Well, I'd like to welcome Tyrrell Hatton to Scottsdale Golf, world number 10 at the moment, just finished playing in Dubai. What do you think to the setup? It's unreal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an incredible setup. I think for guys coming in here, they're gonna have a wonderful experience, and it will certainly help their golf game.
You've had a quick look around. What are you into? I saw you with the puring of the shafts. Is that something that you're into? Are you a tinker man with your golf clubs?
Yeah, well, I kind of my dad does a similar thing. So, and he's looked at my club since I was 11 years old. So I've kind of grown up with it, and always had clubs that were custom fit for me. And I think it's such an important part of the game, and so that's why it's so impressive to see this setup here.
And when you get fitted for your clubs on tour, is it a similar type of experience, how you try them and then you walk away with them at the same time?
Yeah, so the guys on the trucks will build the clubs for us, and then we'll go through testing with obviously TrackMan or GC Quad, just trying to get the numbers right, and obviously the dispersion a bit tighter, and then if it's all good, then generally it goes straight in the bag.
So you change your clubs a bit, or if you like it, do you stick to them?
I kind of stick to unless the new ones come out, then generally I'm pretty set on what I'm using.
Okay, and all about the long driver are you going to go for that? I've seen a few guys on tour try and put it in the bag and follow Bryson.
Well, to be honest, my driver's about 3/4 of an inch shorter than standard, so it was actually something I was going to try in this off-season period, actually just going to a standard length, so it's not too big of a jump. It will only be, I think, 45.5 inches that I'll go to, but that's it's more out of the driver just is feeling a little bit too light, so with it being a little bit longer, I have a bit more weight in it.
And what would you say for the amateur? So this place is not just for an elite golfer, it's for any golfer. I think that's an important thing that Scottsdale are saying. Why is it so important to get custom fitted?
It's going to help everyone. It's going to save you shots on a round of golf. I think even when you do put a bad swing on it, yes, you're going to hit a bad shot, but your bad shot's not going to be as bad as it kind of, if you weren't using clubs that are right for you. From grip size through to the lie angle, it's so important on hitting shots straight. Like, even if the lie angle's out, you're going to struggle to hit it straight. So little things like that, a lot of amateurs won't necessarily think about. But I'm sure if they had their club set up right, they'd probably enjoy golf even more.
It's probably a thing as a professional you took for granted, obviously with your dad from an early age,
yeah,
custom fitting you, and now you're just a given, isn't it? I bet you've never played with a off the rack set of clubs ever.
No, I haven't. Certainly not from the age of 11. So I've been quite fortunate in that sense, and yeah, it's certainly helped me along the way.
And going back to when you were young, I've spoken to a few people, and they always said to me, Tyrrell was always going to be a professional. He looked that way from the very start in the amateur game. Was there ever a plan B?
No. I left school at 16, and I got a part-time job, and just obviously get a little bit of money coming in to try and help fund some tournaments. But yeah, it was always my goal from a young age, from walking around Wentworth as a 5-year-old, being in awe of the guys there. So to be playing on tour now is obviously very special.
What was your part-time job?
I was working at the White Company.
Oh, nice. I bet your mum was happy with the discount.
Well, yeah, and I always go in and buy candles now this time of year. If you want a good candle for this time of year, get the winter one.
The winter one.
There
yeah.
you go. Cinnamon and orange.
It is. That's why I always get for my stepmom. It's just a standard. I don't like the Christmas one.
Yeah.
It's all about the winter one. You turn pro, mini tours, you kind of blitz that straight away. It's so important, isn't it, to get off those tours. I read in an article that like 3 years you need to be off it. So why did you progress so quickly? Obviously your golf game was one of them, but is there anything that you thought, I'm glad I did that, like routines, obviously sticking with the same clubs, that type of thing?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I didn't really change my routine at all from going amateur into the pro stuff. I didn't all of a sudden try and work harder or anything like that. I just kept everything the same, and I think that was having that consistency, and I felt pretty comfortable. obviously now playing for money and stuff like that, like it never really phased me. I think starting from the bottom and working my way up through, playing Jamaica Tour, Euro Pro, working up to Challenge Tour, and then getting onto the European Tour, and also now playing PGA Tour. I think that journey has been great. There's some guys that are lucky in some ways where they have a great week at tour school and they're straight onto the European Tour from just turning pro. And I think some guys struggle with that, like because you go from amateur events to straight onto European Tour. I think starting lower and working your way up, I'd like to think has sort of helped me.
And you've won around some amazing venues, obviously the Dunhill. Do you think that's one of your best chances to win a major, the Open?
We'll see. I mean, St Andrews has been a bit of a love-hate relationship for me. It wasn't very kind to me at the beginning. Obviously, since 2016, it's been great. Obviously, fond memories of that place now, and I'll look forward to playing the Open there. I think it'll be 2022 now, but yeah, hopefully I can give myself a chance to win majors. That's definitely a goal in my career to be able to win one. We'll just see how we get on.
Now, 2020 has been a pretty average year for most people,
Yeah.
but for you it's probably been your best year, hasn't it? You've had an incredible time. Obviously you had a bit of a wrist injury and then bang, in March, like winning Arnold Palmer Invitational. That must be incredible to be, as a European player, to win in America. That's so important, isn't it, to tick that off?
Yeah, I think for me that was only my second start since coming back from wrist surgery, so certainly exceeded all my expectations in competing that quickly. I think Mexico the week or two prior was great. It gave me 4 tournament rounds and could really test how my wrist was. But then, yeah, to go on and win at Bay Hill, such an iconic venue, and was an amazing feeling. Obviously, it was a goal to win on the PGA Tour, and to achieve it there is really special. And hoping that I can add a few more over my career.
Coming from, like, I've played on tour as well, the way you handle a back nine, it seems like the last few victories you've had, you've been under quite a lot of pressure. The shot that you hit on 17, is that one of the best shots you've ever hit? Is it proud when you can pull that off under the most pressure?
I mean, it's funny, like, I still remember the shot at impact. I honestly thought I'd hit it in the water. It's weird, like thoughts, as you know, like when you come in and hit the ball without kind of seeing where it's gone, you almost kind of know. And with how my body felt, for some reason, it felt like I'd just hit a big block. And I actually just hit a baby draw, which I don't draw the ball too well. And not that I was trying to, but yeah, that's a weird one. It was, looking back on the video, it looks like a great shot, but for me personally, I know how it felt. And it didn't feel like a good swing, but obviously I was delighted with the end result.
Yeah, and then obviously COVID hit, you was in the form of your life, and you've gone from winning Bay Hill to, sat at home on the Xbox?
Yes, I spent too many hours on the Xbox. I actually found like lockdown quite difficult in a sense because I didn't really have any purpose to practice. As playing golf, you always know when your next tournament is, you always know what you're getting ready for. And to go from knowing that to, we have no idea when we're going to restart, I found it quite difficult. So I was trying to train a little bit and keep sort of fitness going and stuff. But outside of that, it was wasting too many hours on the Xbox really.
You into FIFA?
I was mainly playing Warzone, Call of Duty. Yeah.
And then obviously you came back, picked up exactly where you left off with a couple of really good results. So I just want to take you forward to Wentworth, because you just said as a 5-year-old you walked around there and that was your dream. Why does that course suit you so much? And when you won, you said you were more nervous than at the Ryder Cup. So talk us through that.
Yeah, well, it's just I actually had really good preparation going into Wentworth. My game felt really good, and I think previously I kind of hadn't. I didn't feel like my results at Wentworth had been that great. With the tournament meaning so much to me, I was always kind of trying too hard, but I felt very comfortable that week. And yeah, kind of going into the back nine, Victor Perez obviously was having a good day and kind of pushing me all the way. And yeah, I definitely felt that's probably the most nervous I've been. And I always thought when we restarted with no crowds, like the tournaments didn't feel like you were playing a tournament. It almost felt like you're playing sort of friends, like just a stand around a golf. But yeah, I definitely didn't feel that way coming down the last few holes at Wentworth. So yeah, very happy to get over the line there in the end.
I remember seeing you with a putt on 17 and it barely misses, and it's like, how did that not go in? And looking at it, I was sat with someone that plays a bit of golf, and they're like, well, he's still leading going down the last. And it's that you can never have too big a lead, can you? I think, and then with the crowds, people go, well, you only react to the crowds. But watching you play golf, I enjoy it because I feel like I'm living through it with you. You know, and I know people are saying, oh, you react too much, but from somebody watching, I quite enjoy you telling the story as well. Does it annoy you a bit when people, you know, criticise you for it? Because it doesn't hinder the way you play golf. And some people that are criticising you, they've never won a tournament in their life. They don't know how hard it is to do that. Yeah,
well, I think everyone's got their own opinion on things, and they like certain things, they dislike other things. For me, it's just how I am. I kind of wear my heart on my sleeve, and I think I'll always be that way. Initially, when I got onto the European Tour and started playing well, I guess people hadn't seen me on TV before, and they kind of see a young lad, you know, getting frustrated, and obviously that didn't go down too well at the start. I'd say recently, or over the last few years, I guess people have kind of got a little bit more used to what I'm like, and I don't kind of get too much crap now on social media and stuff like that, but to be honest, it can't affect me, because I need to do what's best for myself, and I just need to go out and play. And yeah, it's nice if people enjoy it, but I can't worry about the people that don't.
I don't think you know you're doing it. That's the best thing about it. Like, I bet you it's not like you stand there thinking, if I miss this, I'm going to do this. It's just a reaction. No,
I'm not thinking about how I'm going to react if I miss this part. It's just a reaction after it happens. So yeah.
Talking about social media, Wentworth, obviously the win was great, but the hoodie gate, I mean, were you surprised at how much that blew up social media, you wearing a hoodie to play golf?
Yeah, it was mental, really, because I'm definitely not the first person to wear a hoodie in tournament. But it was great for Adidas. I loved wearing it. It's so comfy and easy to swing in, and it obviously caused a debate. But I think the people that don't like it, if they actually put the hoodie on and realise how easy it is to swing in it, they'd probably enjoy wearing it too. So, but yeah, it was very interesting.
I like the way you committed to keep wearing it. Like, there was a bit of thing on a Thursday, and then there you were, Sunday with the trophy.
Yeah.
It was like, so I
had to see it through. Yeah.
Yeah. But you've obviously had the most amazing season. I mean, I remember seeing the tweet that your management put up about you being the top English player in the world. What does that mean to you at the moment?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Don't really think about it too much. Obviously, just kind of, you're always just trying your best each week and seeing how you get on. But obviously, there's so many amazing English players, and I'm very fortunate that I've had a great year on the course, and I'm sure next year the guys will be, they'll have a good year and kind of be pushing for that spot too. But at the moment, yeah, it's nice to have on the CV, if you like, but it's not something that I think about too often.
Okay, so looking at next year, you don't set goals like majors, the Ryder Cups, that type of thing?
Well, I haven't thought about next year too much just yet, but I mean, initially, yeah, the Ryder Cup is next year. I want to be on that team when the points resume in Abu Dhabi. That's where I'm starting my season, and hoping that I can get off to a fast start there, like I was able to do when the points started near the end of 2019. So, yeah, I want to try and secure that spot as quickly as possible. The Ryder Cup in 2018 was an amazing experience to play in front of your home fans, and the atmosphere all week was just like unbelievable. So it'll be interesting to play a Ryder Cup in the US, and hoping that I can be on that team, and hoping when the Ryder Cup goes ahead we're actually allowed fans again.
I think it definitely needs fans. I was at Paris, and that first tee was incredible, and to go from that to nothing, it would lose it, wouldn't it? So hopefully they'll all be back.
Fingers crossed.
Actually, the first time I met Tyrrell was in the line in Charles de Gaulle Airport in passport control on a Monday morning, but we won't talk about that party.
No.
I don't imagine. But he'll definitely be trying to get himself in the Ryder Cup to win some points and party hard. So thank you very much, and thank you so much for coming to Open Scottsdale. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.